Well, hey, we're here together in person today.
Hey, sister!
Yeah. That's awesome. Our parents are watching our kiddos upstairs, so hopefully we'll get this done before there's
See how it goes.
too many tears.
And of course, it's a longer one
Of
today.
course.
But
Yeah.
let's jump in.
Okay.
And actually, since we're here together, why don't we share this one? So I'll
Okay.
start and then I'll just hand it off.
Okay.
Surprising insights. People like that, like this. When we can build connections between demographics and psychographics, it's easier to surprise, delight, and serve our customers. Mail order catalogs have been doing this for years out of necessity. They know something about a person's geography, income, and other demographics, and they make assertions about what they dream about and seek out. Psychographics are what people choose and believe. Preferring dark chocolate is a choice.
Demographics are what we can tell about someone from their census form. Height, family size, and zip code, and other easy classifications are easily discovered in fairly fixed data points. Creating useful assumptions about the connections used to require significant time and money plus a huge data set. AI changes that. You can run a survey of 100 people attending an upcoming conference, send them all to a free Google form, ask questions about background and preferences, leaving plenty of space for people to write and brainstorm about what they'd like. Now, simply give the spreadsheet of responses to ChatGPT and ask it for surprising insights and correlations. Humans are terrible at this because we anchor on extreme responses or gloss over small trends. 9 years ago, I wrote about the difference between a survey and a census. That distinction is more important than ever. But once we have AI to dive deep into the surveys we create, they're no longer bureaucratic defense measures designed to sit in a drawer. Instead, they give us a chance to be of service. Continue iterating until you're no longer surprised. A lot here.
I like how we both took it in. A deep breath.
Yeah, there's so much here.
So immediately when we opened this up, we both were like, people like that, like this.
Yeah.
Because it's a throwback to a classic Seth Godin book, Tribes, where he says people like us do things like this.
Yep.
But yeah, people like that, like this. I just like that it's kind of a nod to if you know, you know. And he's kind of riffing on the fact that it's a tribe, it's a data set, it's a psychographic and demographic probably that creates a tribe.
Yeah, and I love that. I have lots of thoughts about his thing on AI here, but the people like us do things like this, or people like that, like this, I'm just a huge believer in, and I feel like in previous roles, I've been challenged to not put as much weight in my intuition and more no, we just have to find the pools of people that think like we do. And instead it's well, no, we've got to find the data that proves the exact, XYZ of the buyer, what company they're from and what their position is and da-da-da-da-da. And it's easy. Hindsight is 20/20, but I feel more confident than ever about that people like us do things like this. So if you're in an organization, whether it's a for-profit or a non-profit, I'm just a big believer in which is Seth's whole thing and probably why I love him so much, which is find the 10 people who think like you do, and then they'll find 10 people and 10 people and 10 people. And then you have your buyers and your community and your tribe, rather than necessarily, finding the exact science of the size of company and revenue and XYZ. There's definitely validity in both. And when you can bring them together, that's where the magic happens. Let's say a small gathering that exactly fits the demographic that you're trying to sell to, or reach or serve. But I think psychographics are so, 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 so important. So anyway, that's my thought on that. And then I've got lots of thoughts on the AI thing.
No, keep going. You're on a roll.
Well, so this is interesting because I did a survey. One of my clients, I'm doing a leadership training for. And so I sent a survey to all their managers. And one of the challenges, I think, was because I used Google Forms and it doesn't have a good way to do I wanted to I gave them 10 leadership topics and I wanted them to rank them in order of greatest value to least value. Because we only have 4 sessions. So I'm hey, here's 10 topics, but I only have space for four topics. So I wanted to get the rankings. Anyway, they had a workaround, but I took a screenshot of the results, threw it into ChatGPT, and I was like, okay, tell me, if I only have 4 topics, which should I do? And I felt like it analyzed it weird. Like, it gave me back averages. So, like, the way that I wanted it to analyze it was how many topics were ranked number 1 the most. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it was probably like 20 people that took this.
Okay.
But I feel like what it did was it gave an average number. So, like, for one topic, like, let's say 4 people ranked at number 1, 2 people ranked at number 5, and 3 people ranked at number 7. It averaged it out. But I'm like, that's not... So maybe it's just like 2 different ways of looking at data, and I'm married to an analyst. I am not an analyst.
Yeah.
But my point here is, like, I am just becoming more and more skeptical of data with AI. Well, let me just say ChatGPT, because that's what I use. I do not trust it with data. Like, I have found that it is not great with numbers yet. But I'm curious to hear what you think.
Well, I'm not an analyst either, and I actually don't really use... because my job doesn't require that a lot. At our organization, we have a really talented research group, and so I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time for myself in that stuff. So I just don't. Yeah. So I just don't spend a lot of time trying to use it, wield it like that. But yeah, so I don't have a lot of experience on that. But
which it could be a me problem. Well, I'd love to hear from the listeners. Like, for those of you, if you've had really good experiences using AI to analyze data. Like, I think about my friend Kat, who you recently met, Daniel. Yeah. She's, I think, would help me be like, well, Holly, you're probably asking it wrong. That's usually what it is.
Shout out, Kat.
Yes. So I'm probably asking it wrong or whatever, but I just think that it's not quite there yet for me to just do what Seth is saying here, where we can just throw in a data set and trust that we're getting all of it. And then I am reminded of Sarah Blakely posted on Instagram. She's the founder of Spanx, for any of you, like my hero, self-made billionaire. And she is big on your, like, trusting your intuition. And she posted a thing recently that was like, I will always choose intuition over data. And so, and I know that Seth isn't saying that here. I think the power of Seth is he's saying use both. And now we have this amazing tool where we don't have to be an analyst with 15 years of experience to come out with these insights. I'm just a little skeptical of, like, taking the results from ChatGPT as they are right now. Yeah,
it's raw for you. You just tried to use it in that way and didn't get bitten, but it wasn't helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that's the power. That's what he's saying, is the power is leveraging both, and in making sure that you are not making sure, but yes, making sure you're using both. You're taking the time to listen to intuition, but also you have more access to tools that are built on math. Mm-hmm. So as they evolve, as we evolve in our use of them and learning how to use them well, and what tools, like, today I was even talking to Nick Blackman, listener of the pod. Shout out to Nick. I love you, Nick. Yeah, he was talking about how he uses Claude because it's stronger in writing. And so, like, these different models and tools have strengths and weaknesses of their own. Mm-hmm. And so what's the one to lean into? He doesn't necessarily say here. Oh, wait. Yeah, he mentions ChatGPT. But yeah, that'd be great for someone to let us know how they've used it for those kind of purposes.
And I will say, so far, Grand Dude, JWH on Substack, so far he's the winner of our comment engagement for the last 2 days. So thank you, Grand Dude, and for the rest of you. Oh, and then Darren Case, I see you. You've liked our posts. Thank you very much.
That's right.
But for the rest of you, would love to hear your thoughts and feedback, because what do we know? We're just learning along with you. And so if you have thoughts to share, you just go to Seth Said What, click on the post, and then in the discussion. And also, I just did my first comment on a podcast in Spotify today. I hadn't done that before, but you can also do that in Spotify or wherever. And
I'm sure we'll figure out how to see that.
Yeah,
But that is fun to. So SethSaidWhat.com, and then wherever you get great podcasts. And then also exploring YouTube a little bit and trying to figure out the YouTube game casually as we go.
But I still don't think our videos are showing up there.
The videos aren't, but the audio is. So I know that there's some people who, I mean, their preference is to listen, aka watch.
I heard aka listen,
also
or the opposite of that.
Well, they use it as their primary podcasting. If you pay for premium, you can turn off your phone and still get the audio.
Someone told me that YouTube is now the number one.
I think it was me.
Oh, was it? Somebody really smart.
Yeah. So that's I heard or read that somewhere that that YouTube has become the number one podcast platform, which is insane.
Yeah. So go to Seth Said What, subscribe, and listen and comment, and I guess we'll see you on Monday.
Yeah, and a quick, just P.S. So that was our close. This is like bonus. This is our uncut. Yeah. We just finished 2 weeks.
We did it! And actually, I gave Daniel the out today. Because I was sitting upstairs and was like, hey, because it's 5:30 Eastern time on Friday. I was like, hey, we can we want to skip today? And he was like, we're not skipping!
Not skipping. So
I'm really proud of you, Daniel.
Well, thanks.
That's awesome. I am.
It's just like, if we're going to say daily, let's not give up within 2 weeks. If we're a month in and just absolutely, this is ridiculous, or our families are suffering or something because of us trying to make this happen today, then so be it. We'll figure it out. But 2 weeks.
And yesterday's got almost double the listens or views, I should say, on Substack.
Oh, wow.
Of all the other ones. But I think it was because I sent out an email to my Ready Network. Shout out thereadynetwork.com if you want to subscribe.
readynetwork.com. Don't let me talk over that URL.
Okay. Well, we're at 12 minutes.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye.